Yes, sir, we promised you a great deal here.
Andre, the China WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a It's not our world is watching.
Well, everybody, it's coming together here in New Orleans. The decorating is getting better. I don't know if you can tell, but the title belts are up in the background now. CM Punk and Shawn Michaels are sitting up there. It's getting a little bit more homey here. It's been a long week of working, the last couple of weeks. I'm so glad you've all stuck with us. The crew's been in and out. We've got an intimate little party tonight. We're going to be watching the 2019 NXT Wargames. I gotta get better at reading our show notes before we start because I believe this is the first one. Henry's with us tonight. We got Bama with us tonight. Herpes Hank has joined us. I'm sure you know who that is. And of course, the Vivacious Brandy. A lot to talk about. A lot of fun things going on here. Little trip got planned this week. So with that being said, away we go.
Some Rhode Island sexiness.
I just realized I got to get Anthony back. I got to talk to him. We got to, I've been recording on a Friday. Oh my God, Antonio.
2017.
Oh my God, it's the 2017.
So why did we decide on this one?
Antonio suggested it. It is the first NXT Wargames.
Why do you look like a grandfather troll?
I don't know.
Like you look like a homeless troll person.
We're all so comfortable with each other. We started.
I mean, if we're taking the clothes off, I mean.
Oh God, here comes.
Okay, fine.
Oh, tits up. Listen, we're gonna get started, guys. We want to go to season 4, episode 5 of WWE NXT Takeover. You can find it on the Cock. Speaking of Cock, there is a song from Kid Rock that I've been kind of going back and getting into Kid Rock, and it's on his Ba What a Ba album, and it's when JC sings or Joey C or Joe C, not
Josie.
Joey.
I'm the
J-O with the 10 foot.
Right, that remember that? I'm the J-O, the C-ho. And then he's like, I'm 3'9" with a 10-foot dick. Like, it's like, they call me Joe C. Got more games than Kaliko. I'm a freak hoe. Call me sick. 3'9". So now when I'm driving and I'm listening to it, I'm like 3'9", 10 foot. Anyway, so I'm sure everyone's at the clock now. We're going to go to 5102, everybody. We're 5102, and we got prepared behind the scenes. If everyone's ready to go. Yeah? Give everyone at home a few minutes. Actually, a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Antonio has busted a nut. We are ready to go and play.
I might have to clean that up.
So you guys will see the referee holding up the WWE.
No countdown? What the hell? Let me see how
countdown, you shitstorm. And we're going to get right into our Map It segment.
Wait, are we playing already?
Yes, he said play, dumb fucks.
Oh, God, hold on.
All right, I will hit pause You guys hit play. Tell me when you hit 51:26.
51:46.
51:26. Tell me
I
when
see
you
a
get
woman
there.
in the ring.
Hold on.
I'm
God.
there. I'm literally there right now too. This is the love of the God of the heavens above. Are we all at 51:26 now?
I thought it was 46.
51:26. These are ears. Open them and listen.
Hold on. Give me like 14 seconds. No.
We need Mark Nelson because he's got ears for days
Hold on.
And a mouth for months.
and a
Six
nose
seconds.
for years.
And
Mark,
y'all
I know you're getting
I'm
home
there.
from
I'm there.
Stockton.
I'm
Are
there.
you there, Alt Late? You there?
Yes, I'm there.
Bam.
Everybody's ready.
Yeah, I'm looking at something. Go ahead.
51:26. We should see Ember Moon's face.
Ember Moon's face.
All right. 3, 2,
Okay.
1, play.
Shit, I
Okay,
hit it
thank
too
you.
fast. Damn it.
24 seconds into the show when we had that happen.
Exactly. It's off the rails, is what it is.
I prematurely hit the button.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
That's what she
premature
Story
ejaculation.
of my life.
So as we get into this, only one woman in this ring still works for the WWE. Of course, Kairi Sane left the company, went back home to Japan. She's working with Stardom once again. Peyton Royce, who's now known as Cassie Lee, had a brief run in Impact, is currently on hiatus, and is expecting her first child with her husband, Sean Spears. And Ember Moon is once again known as the War Goddess Athena in AEW. Nikki Cross is the
Roll Tide.
last woman standing.
Nikki, yes.
Nikki, almost a superhero. Nikki Ash. Yes.
I prefer this version of Nikki.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Guys, I think we're gonna roll over to our Map It segment, and our boy Henry is gonna come on in. So here we go.
Find me.
Yo ho ho!
Hey! Blow me down!
Na 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 na.
332 Kitty Hawk, USS Kitty Hawk. This is Namcom State Dr. Roger, over.
You know, the way everything falls apart when Frank's all by himself in the first 5 minutes, maybe it's not the world's worst idea to have a producer.
Man, Henry R. Brock.
How is it mine, Henry? How is that my fault?
You're the leader. You're supposed to know what you're doing.
I do. I said 3, 2, 1, play. Me and Brent.
Nobody else got it.
I got it because I
I'm
was
not even
listening.
watching the show, and I got it.
2019.
Henry's our Brock Lesnar right now.
Yes, he is. He is about to
no.
flip the fucking ring upside down.
No, because if I do that, I'm going to wreck equipment that's not mine, and I haven't got the heart in me today to replace a big oak desk and a $1,000 computer.
You better not touch my equipment.
That's what she said.
Hey,
There it is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's not a lot there, Adam.
I broke this down tonight into 3
me
separate
off.
parts, and I was going to save this part for last, but before it becomes an injury prop again, I have a studio audience this evening.
Oh, you do?
Antonio's going to get to meet the studio audience tomorrow when he
is it Antonio's
eventually
brother?
receives this.
Oh my
I
god,
love that. I do like that belt.
That's gonna be the fastest I ever go to work.
That's a championship. Belts, hold up your pants.
I'm gonna put that.
Look here, you redneck. If I want your opinions, I'll ask you how nice it is to bend over and fuck one of your cousins or something.
Holy crap!
Oh,
How many of these have you ever had?
Here's mad because my cousin's better looking than your cousin.
That's probably true. I don't know any of my cousins.
That's
But I'd be
the way I
willing to
look
bet
at
that you're
the-
probably not wrong.
It's all the
way
same
I
in the
look
dark.
at
Boy,
that's
I'm with you, Henry, right now.
that belt. The way I look at it, that belt is Eddie's belt. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Eddie Guerrero.
I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna break this down into 3 separate parts. We're gonna do a segment. I am then going to pull back the curtain and break kayfabe for a minute. And then when I give the proper signal, which we haven't worked out in advance, but I trust Bama knows my comedic timing by now to follow along. Adam's going to tell us a story that he promised me this morning.
Story time with Adam from Bama, baby.
Uh-huh. But to start with, this edition of NXT Takeover Wargames is the very first anything that WWE's ever done using the Wargames moniker. It's coming to us tonight from the Toyota Center.
What year was this?
2017.
Oh, okay. 17.
Because apparently either I can't type or Frank doesn't know how to read. Could be both. I suck at typing. That's why I'm not a secretary. I don't suck dick well. I don't make coffee well. I don't type. I make a shitty secretary.
But we're watching the 2019 version.
We're watching the 2017 version.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I asked that this morning.
Well, honestly, I just went to what you said. So
Frank's watching Bianca Belair and
I'm watching the same. I'm so stupid. I'm watching the same.
You ended up on the right thing because you went to season 4, episode 5. You just
Time
fucked
out.
up the year.
Time out. Well, Frank finds the other show, and y'all start over because apparently without a producer,
we're all on the same show, right? We're watching the 4-way for the women's championship.
The year was wrong.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Can you all realize my position is director of finance, and I can't remember a fucking year. But all right, go ahead.
About to say, you understand that I'm not even watching the show with you tonight because I don't have the ability to do that. How I've got this set up, because you can see my nice 2-piece bikini right behind me. By the way, before I forget, before I go back into my segment, Antonio, if you're actually able to go to Chicago, you got to shave your legs. 1, it's more aerodynamic, and 2, when a man gives you a mouth hug, he doesn't like a mouth full of hair.
Wow, Henry.
Anyway,
I'm Manscaped.
We are tonight inside the Toyota Center in beautiful Houston, Texas. Houston is the largest city in the state of Texas, is the 4th largest city in the United States. This building was also the home of the next night's Survivor Series. I took notes on that. I don't really care to talk about them because Vince McMahon WWE after like 2010.
Eddie, I'm good.
Awful. Just awful. But I wanted to talk a little bit. This is the first anything War Games that WWE has ever done. The War Games concept goes all the way back to the 1980s, Jim Crockett Promotions. And it was a series of matches that they did as part of the Great American Bash Tour in 86 and 87 that would eventually evolve into being the marquee match in WCW's Fall Brawl. And then Vince Russo ruined it in 2000, and it sat dormant, and it kind of died until they brought it back for this. There have been, between Jim Crockett, WCW, and WWE, there have been 39 separate editions of this match. Presumably, WWE is going to do another NXT Takeover with this year, and since they now do a women's match and a men's match, it's presumably going to go from 39 to 41. Other organizations have attempted matches similar to this one. I didn't go in depth into the research because I didn't know how far I was actually going to go into this before I pulled the curtain back. All Elite Wrestling has. ECW did. Before Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, they had a match similar to this. I'll be honest,
Impact Wrestling.
IWA Mid-South. This is a fairly common match, but it is traced back to the brainchild of former NWA heavyweight champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I don't do that right. I really shouldn't do that anymore. Is there anything else that I felt important enough to cover? Oh yeah, we're inside the Toyota Center, which is also the home of the Houston Rockets. Frank, do me a favor, real quick.
Yeah.
Before I go into my thing, I want you to tell me about the Houston Rockets. Tell me all about your love for them.
In 2017, I'd be happy to because James Harden was there. You mean now?
Right now, in this moment in time.
2019. Why not?
Right now?
1865. Let's just go backwards in time.
Look, I'm excited. I live 4 hours away. I live closer to Houston than I do Bama and Nashville, and I've already gone to those 2 places. So
yes, you have.
I'm going to go to see them. I still care for the Rockets. It's just very hard to watch them when they're a bad basketball team. You want to watch them get their asses hammered. You know, I think they were like 21 and 40 something, or 21 and 60 something last year. I mean, they're in a complete rebuild phase. They have dead money all over the place, and they can't even offer people max contracts. So that all will clear itself out after this season, and then maybe they'll come back to prominence. But I still love my Rockets. I still love my Red Sox. It's just hard. It's hard.
Guys, my studio audience has to piss, and I promised I wasn't going to put anybody else on camera tonight but me. So I got to speed this up a little bit so that I can get Adam to story time, because I don't personally care if she's in here for that. But
do you want me to take you off camera real quick so she can walk by?
Can we watch?
Actually, why don't we do that? Yeah. Let's put a pin in this for a second. Take me out, and when we get that taken care of, let's start up again. That work for you all?
Works for me.
We'll start over. We'll go back to 5102 and we'll start over.
No.
We'll keep going. We'll keep watching this incredible match.
Right,
Ember Moon
I'll give you the
has
hand
just
signal.
won the NXT Women's Championship in an incredible match. You saw a lot of really great maneuvers. You got to see Kairi's insane elbow, which, by the way, she's still dropping on bitches in Japan, which has been great to see. Mr. William Regal is ascending to the ring to hand the title over to her.
The gentleman.
I believe she actually ends up getting injured in this match. Why do I remember that?
Who did?
Ember.
Did she?
Probably because
She hurt her shoulder or something, didn't she?
Yeah, she hurt her shoulder.
I would imagine it's because of the.
Here's the fun fact. Do you know what this move was called before she went to WWE, her finishing maneuver?
What was it called there? I don't even remember.
I don't remember what it was called here. I know it used to be called the Big O.
It was called the Eclipse here.
Oh, the Eclipse. It was called. It used to be called the Big O.
The Big O.
Hey,
Yes.
Oscar.
Yeah, I think they call in AEW now the Big O.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now Asuka is now handing the belt over to Ember.
Oscar's wearing that dress right there, buddy.
Now, Asuka, was this because Asuka had gone to...
Asuka had, I believe, got injured.
No, I thought she
relinquished
the title. Up.
No, I think she got...
Yeah.
I thought she got vacated the title. And
Yeah, she relinquished.
Yeah, she vacated it for some reason.
No, I think she vacated it because she was going up to the main roster.
Okay.
Nobody beat her in like 2 years.
Yeah, nobody beat her for that title. So
yeah, she beat Bayley for it, and then nobody could beat her.
Yeah,
right, because nobody was ready for Asuka, and they're still not ready for Asuka.
500
wearing that dress, buddy. Wow.
523 days as champion.
Do you know who? Do you know? I'll tell you right now. Do you know who has a better record right now?
Women's champion.
That's right. We have to acknowledge the tribal chief. Apparently, he also likes to be called Daddy.
Wait, so are we assuming Roman Reigns is a girl?
No.
All right. Henry's back.
Thank you. First off, I'm gonna pull back the curtain here in just a second, but I'm about to get sidetracked again. I apologize because my studio audience is getting kind of impatient.
Quit jerking your curtain.
Which one of you is Daddy? No, it's not me, and I don't think it's Brandy. Which one of you three dudes is Daddy?
I was in Nashville.
I could be Daddy.
The only person we call Daddy in this room is Roman Reigns, because he has a new shirt from WWE Shop that says "Acknowledge your daddy" for the women's version.
No man is my daddy.
And
shut
the
the
men's
fuck
version
up.
just says "Acknowledge your daddy."
Oh, I want to know who the studio.
Oh, and I will call Effie Daddy. We call Effie Daddy in this house.
I'm
sorry.
Go ahead.
You know what? I want to be serious for just a second. This is the first time in a couple weeks I've actually been able to properly take the time to join you guys. And I want to tell you a very brief story before my studio audience suddenly wets itself. You started it, goddammit.
You have a baby in your
The
room?
best part of it is nobody else can see
pee?
this person.
Did they go pee?
And I look like I'm yelling at something that's not there. I'm looking like a crazy person. So this
It looks like you got
You
Tourette's.
screaming at a 2-year-old in diaper change?
It looks like you have Tourette's. It's like, and then we go back to like,
It's beautiful, isn't it? I should
Does
do
the
this.
studio audience need a bottle or a
I
secret
think you should become a permanent part of the apparatus of the Map It Man. But we're gonna put a pin in that for a second because the last couple weeks I've been trying to make my way into my new home. As you can obviously see, compared to what looked like the casting couch several weeks ago when we did the Ring of Honor show, this isn't my house. I've actually borrowed this place in this studio because not everything is set up yet. I'm working on that. I'm even going to bring back the map. It's going to be magical.
Yes. All right, Frank took 3 months to get his living room set up.
But a lot of shit has been going on my side. I, in my mind, internally, have been fighting sort of what I will call, for lack of any better term to phrase, a civil war with myself in my head. And there have been a lot of challenging days. There are a lot of external as well as internal pressures that have been fucking with me the last few weeks. And though I love you guys to death, you are all family, just like my studio audience is. The whole studio audience thing doesn't really work. Nobody else can see them. It's like I'm fucking talking to myself. But I digress. A lot of shit has happened in the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to go into all of it here for one very important reason. All of the players aren't here with us tonight. But I do feel comfortable enough to say, at the moment, before I go any further, I am fine at the moment.
Yes,
I am taking all of the proper steps that are necessary to bring me back to normal.
Keep it in your pants. Keep it in your pants, Bama. Relax.
Just a second, Bama, and we will get to story time. I promise. But
I was just talking about how you're fine.
Thank you. I think. But last couple weeks with everything getting shitty, I unintentionally cut a lot of people out, and I come to the conclusion that a good chunk of the core people I choose to call my family sit right here in this room with me, albeit not literally. One of them is actually in the room. The others, well, are more figurative than literal.
And Antonio's on the screen. I'm sorry, buddy.
At some point in the next few days, I want to get together with all you guys. I want to actually sit down and kind of go through what's been going through my head, because I feel like that is the right and proper first step on a true road to recovery. In the meantime, I read once a handbook for Alcoholics Anonymous. One of the 12 steps is apologizing to the people that you believe you've wronged. If I am able to call all of you family, I can't, in good faith, cut you out when things don't go right. And for that, I do want to apologize. I'm sorry. All of you are good people, and it gives me great pleasure and great joy to continue to do this, especially since next week I hope to be back in my normal studio setting. But now that I've kind of killed the mood, this isn't going to make sense. I need every single one of you to roll with me for a minute. I need you to go find the buzzer. Get on your hands and knees. It's over there in the windowsill, and I need you to mash down on it just as hard as you possibly fucking can. God damn it, it's contagious. You missed your fucking cue, you son of a bitch.
I was looking for the buzzer. You didn't tell.
Oh.
You didn't say who looked for the buzzer. I was looking for the buzzer. I still ain't found it.
Anyway.
This is better than a WrestleMania angle right now.
Adam, you promised me a story this morning, and before I go tonight and cut the map it for now.
Before you go tonight, I like how you said that.
I want you, just for our viewers at home, I want you to remind them real quick. Tell me about your adventure in Jacksonville with Christina.
Oh, man.
Oh, we finally getting a second.
Good times. Yes. Good times.
Frank.
I remember the first night we met, because it was like the first time I ever met her. We got along and everything, and it's like night 2. I don't know what happened. You just kind of look at somebody, and they look back at you, and you're kind of like, yeah, it's going down tonight. So, next thing that I know, all I hear.
God dang it.
I knew that was coming.
I'll mute your microphone.
I did that on purpose to set this up. Keep Adam in the big box.
No, unmute that. I need to
Hold
know
on.
details.
I don't have the power to do that. This isn't my normal setup. Only Frank can do that.
I mean, you damn
Now,
near fall in love
Adam,
with the girl, man. It's like candy. It's so
Yes, it
sweet.
is. Eating pussy's just like eating candy.
Oh, so
At least that's
sweet,
what
man.
Antonio
That's-
keeps telling me. But I need you, real
That's
quick.
why I call her Halloween, because it's just like candy, baby.
Bama.
Oh my
Focus for a
God,
second on the sound of my
baby.
voice. You promised me a different story. You told me that you were going to tell the unadulterated, uncensored version, not muted, because I can't read lips, and neither can anybody else. Tell me about your night with Frank Bruno.
Oh,
Which one?
Pick one. I don't care.
First night, second night, third night, fifth night.
Your first time.
I'm sorry, Selena Vega is
I wasn't very happy with the first night because he didn't take me out to eat first.
What the fuck's going on?
He brought me a fucking half a bagel. He said, "Here's your bagel." And you can see the indentions. Look, you can see the indentions on the bagel where I had like blueberries or something on it. He ate all the fucking blueberries and give me half of that damn bagel.
God damn it.
This bitch was cold too. It's like, how you gonna give me a cold half a bagel? He got blueberry right here on his lip. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Sorry, fucker. So, hell for all I know, he had him in his damn pocket. I don't know. Because I know when I lay down beside him, something was really squishy. No, he said, those are my blueberries, Bummer. Ever since then, he called me Bummer Blueberry.
Going on?
And I think that's why Henry dyed his hair blue so he could be a part of it.
Don't you go giving away my secrets, goddammit.
I'm having a hard time because Andrade's dressed in blue. It's just
I'm having a hard time too, but you just can't see it right now.
Guys,
Selena.
I think with that, I want to hear more, but I think with that, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm tapping out. I don't know what we're doing next week, but I'm gonna be back with bells on and different colored hair, hopefully in a studio with a map and not my let's see, with my two-piece bikini there just hanging on the door that you can't see anymore because I don't know how cameras work.
Henry,
Wait, who's the studio audience?
You'll get to find that out tomorrow, Antonio.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Henry, just so you're
Probably
aware,
Antonio's brother.
we are probably going to be covering an event that has one of your most favorite matches in it.
I'm sorry, I really don't want to cover the Adam from Bama, Frank Bruno sex tape, whatever that's called.
We are going to go back to the Anaheim Pond in 1996 and cover WrestleMania 12.
I thought it was called.
That's when I had my first blueberry.
I thought it was called Southern Sunrise.
No. When you have a night with me, baby, it's called Southern Justice.
Oh God.
Wait a minute. Before I go, I got to know one thing, Bama.
It's called Southern Justice because after he gets done, you guys go to jail because of what he does to you.
Bama.
Well, no, I usually go to jail because I
Bama.
roofied your ass.
Time out.
Go ahead.
I'm losing my studio audience, and I have to get a dye job tonight. I got to know one thing, Frank.
What? Blowjob?
Is there truth to what Adam told me that you're endowed like John Holmes and it's as wide as a tuna can?
I will say this is full disclosure here. I have girth, not length.
What do you think I got this helmet from? He's like, hey, look at this trick.
Guys, it's been fun.
And he
Thank
ran
you.
into the damn
I
wall
needed
with
this.
it.
But I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to try to get Frank's tuna can out of my head. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Henry.
Wait till it puts it in your hand.
Oh Jesus.
Lordy. Wow. So yeah, I'm working on this. Since we have decided to amicably discontinue our relationship with the FFN, a certain member of our ad-free shows community is going to come back and join us to discuss WrestleManias that he has been in attendance for.
Oh,
and
please.
we have covered one of them already, and then
Bret Hart? You got Bret Hart?
Hold on a second. I
No,
know you
please,
want
please,
to.
please
Hold on. This is the thing. So we are going to be covering with him WrestleMania 12 and WrestleMania 26. Y'all know him for his wonderful work on the game event. We are talking about Mr. Evans. So I spoke with him today, and he wants to come join us again. So
tripod himself.
So that's what's going to happen, and I'm really excited about it. I didn't realize he was at 12. I knew he was at 26, and he was at 17, but we've covered 17 ad nauseum, and I even think we hit 17 during the...
Wait, you doing that tomorrow?
No, you hit 17. That's why you're Southern Justice, because you hit 17.
You doing it next Saturday or Friday?
I think next Saturday. Yes, you'll be a part of it. I will make sure you're a part of it.
Thank you.
Guys, is real quick, going back to we're watching the NXT Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Andrade. Is this the match where he gets hurt?
Who, Drew?
Drew. Doesn't Drew drop the belt and he gets hurt here?
I believe
his bicep or something?
Yeah, I believe so. This is where Andrade wins the title.
Yeah, this is a 14-minute match.
Yeah, because Drew wasn't champion long.
Yeah.
Well, he was going to the main roster, but then he got
moved
hurt.
up with Ziggler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't it delayed like 6 months because he got hurt?
Yeah.
Because I think it was like a
bicep
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say yes. Because I want to say this was his only like defense of the NXT title.
Yeah, if he did defend it anymore, this was his highest profile match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
like this is the only
hurt, and this is where Andrade goes and starts fighting Aleister Black and all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to our next guest, I kept watching that certain episode last night. I love, if you guys know who I'm talking about, WrestleMania 9 episode.
Oh, Jesus.
I showed my brothers that. They're like, what kind of weird people are you?
There's nothing weird about anybody. We are who we are, and that's what I love about him.
We're all weird in a special way.
No, they were more laughing at my like statements about certain objects and rope shooting.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Showed them your rope shooting?
You don't watch it, Adam?
I thought you meant like in person, like you showed him. Like,
ew, what is wrong with you?
Edit. I thought you screamed blueberry when it happened.
Oh,
God in hell.
Okay.
God in hell, that doesn't make any sense.
How was that for coming up with just something off the top of your head? How about
that? I'm lost now. So
that was completely ad lib.
Let's move on. So definitely join us in our next episode. WrestleMania 12 is also one of my favorite WrestleManias ever. It happened on my birthday. It was March 31st, 1996. So I'm very excited.
You're like 4 that day, right?
I was 6.
The boyhood dream comes true.
Comes true. I actually have that print from Rob Schamberger of he painted Sean holding the belt.
I used to have the shirt.
Henry and Mike did the 60 man. I remember that.
I used to have the shirt where he's holding it, and the back says, "The dream of a child turns into the destiny of a man," or something like that.
Since the Rock said at WrestleMania 30, Rock babies, does that mean your parents made an HBK baby?
No, because I came early. My due date was later in April.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's during the HBK era, so.
Yep. No, I was born in 90, baby. So.
Oh.
I was 6 years. I turned 6 years old the day Sean won the title.
Okay, so you're a warrior baby.
I am a warrior baby.
Sorry, I was acknowledging my tribal chief. Sorry.
Right, so if that's the case, then I'm a Bob Backlund baby.
Yep. Now you have to recite all the presidents in order.
Whoever the champion was in October 89.
No, Macho Man Randy Savage. No, it was Hogan.
That was not.
No, it was Hogan because Hogan beat Savage for the belt at WrestleMania 5.
Oh, right. And he held it until he dropped it to Warrior at WrestleMania 6.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm a Hogan baby.
Does that mean you're
Adam, you're 80. You're 30. What 36, right? So you're 84.
He's 85.
Oh, you're
38.
wait, what?
Yeah, I was born 84. I'm 38.
All right, so he's a Hulk Hogan baby.
He's a Hogan baby.
My God, Bama's old.
He is
And
not.
you're ugly. Butt face.
Oh!
I'm trying to think. I think Callie's a John Cena baby.
Oh. What year was she born?
No, 2009. I just assume it's Cena. Who was champion in November of 2000?
I mean, my brothers were born
Might have
in.
been Orton.
My
Let
brothers
me
were.
look at the Wikipedia listing. 2009 was the year I was out.
Punch Triple H.
Cult.
Oh, the way you say it, so we've heard the story, and it's like so nonchalant. You know, I was out of wrestling, you know, when I was in the cult, and then you just keep going.
Yeah. I lived in a religious cult for about a year. It was my senior year in high school. And
Yeah, my
for the
brother.
record, I am 32. I'll be 33 in March. So it was a while ago. I've
Randy's
processed all of that. And
You know what, Herpes Hank? You're 30 fucking 3. Just chill the fuck out with the.
He's
I'm
older
not,
than
You
me.
look older than all of us.
I'm not 33.
you will be
You're
this
going to
year.
be 33 in October.
You look like you're
Exactly, but I'm
46.
32.
I'm gonna be 42, so shut up.
Yeah, but Antonio
All
looks
right.
way
You
older
said
than you do.
November of
09.
09.
Stick this finger
So,
up your ass.
Again?
Yeah,
Cena
yeah.
would have had it because he won it back from Orton in October, and he held it until December.
Who was champion that day? I'm sorry.
John Cena. My kid is a
John
Cena.
Cena.
baby.
Orton won it at Hell in a Cell on October 4th of 2009, and then dropped it to Cena at Bragging Rights on October 25th of 09. And Super Cena holds it until TLC in December and drops it to Sheamus.
Now, do you know what happened in October on October 11th, 2009?
I was
Tennessee
working- I
Titans
probably
lost.
worked that day.
The Tennessee Titans lost to the New England Patriots 59-0.
Oh yeah.
And Frank was there.
Yeah. Wasn't that like the year they got caught, whatever, and they made a statement?
It's like saying water's wet.
Which one? There's Spygate and Deflategate. Spygate
No,
was
Spygate's 07.
07, and then Deflategate
Yeah, Spygate was 07.
The
Deflategate
year
was.
they went undefeated, they just like ran.
that was
wild.
07.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the year they went 59. They beat Tennessee 59-0.
That was 09.
Oh, okay.
Why are you
We
sleeping?
can set up a
Bam?
50 burger when we're not going undefeated in the regular season.
Every time I hear something about NFL football, I doze off.
And you know
I
what
don't
kills me
happened.
about that is he loves his Georgia Bulldogs, which is football, but not the NFL. God, no.
Exactly.
NFL's too much of a business.
I can see that.
Well, wait till
Speaking
that.
of
Wait,
NFL,
wait,
are
hold
you
on a
seeing
second.
any games this year, Frank?
Well, in 5 years, college will be a fucking business too.
You know what? I don't have tickets for anything yet, but I do want to go to the Cincinnati Bengals rematch in Nashville, which is in November. I don't know yet, just because I have to be home for Cal's birthday. So,
yep,
I'm gonna try to go to one or two.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I've got 2. I'm going to see the San Francisco 49ers host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers so I can see Brady play before he decides to retire for real. And then the next night, the New England Patriots are being hosted by the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm going to go hang out with our good friend Sean Jones for literally 24 hours.
Nice.
And
so you're going to be insane. Look at you jet-setting person. Like,
I know it's all piled up at the end of the year because that's our not busy season at work. Because
So
our tax
you're
so
going to be in San Francisco one day, and the next day you'll be in Arizona.
Yes.
It would have been awesome if you guys came.
Well,
up
we'll be in San
And then a
Jose
day later,
because they're
she's
the
gonna be in
San
Bama.
Francisco 49ers, but they play in Santa Clara, which is actually closer to San Jose than San Francisco.
It would have been awesome if you guys came up to Buffalo for the Tennessee game.
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
But yes,
Is that the game,
December
you're going to be at, Antonio?
Huh?
Is that the game you're going to be at?
I'm going to be at every home game this.
Okay, I'm not going to that one.
Yeah, screw you.
And then for
I can
New
take a
Year's
nap right
Eve,
here for
I'm
free.
going to be in Dallas, Texas with our good friend Pondwater Dave and his wife. And Frank will be joining us to watch the Dallas Stars host the San Jose Sharks.
Boo.
I love soccer. God, I love soccer.
Yeah, I saw one of
baby.
I saw one of our
And
players for the night.
Hopefully in February, the Sharks will be retiring Patrick Marleau's number. And I'm going to hope to go to that game in February in San Jose.
I feel right now Phil is getting annoyed.
Oh, he's been annoyed because he's been working on trying to get the alternator out of his family car for like 3+ hours.
Well, no.
It's not the two bolts that holds that on.
He didn't tell you all the full story. What he's trying to do is get the alternator out of his gas-powered dildo. Is what he's trying to do.
Oh.
Okay, that's what he's trying to do.
The alternator
Yes,
under
because
the
I
hood would be
told
quicker
him
to take out.
with the gas prices, you need to go with battery powered because gas prices are fucking nuts.
You still get
that alternator in 2 bolts.
You still get to the same result, right? Climax.
I paid $61 for my gas this week.
Right now, it has come down about 20 cents here. It is still $5.57 a gallon.
Christ.
So,
I thought
here's what I enjoy living in the South. It's $3.75 here.
Amen, brother.
Oh yeah, South.
So mine is always, no matter what gas crisis is not going on, when even it's just the regular world, I'm always going to have higher gas prices because it has to be shipped in on a barge.
Well, that and plus the dog sleds don't use gas.
Well, yes, that is how I save, but I do use the car to go to the store because they don't like carrying all the groceries.
I'd see that. I'd be in on
Randy, have you ever heard of Adak Island?
Yes, I have. That's the furthest out on the Aleutian chain.
Spell that, Frank. What kind of island is it?
ADAK, I think.
Right?
Adak. There's
you said Adak Island. I swear I did.
Dick Island, yeah. There is a documentary on Netflix about the gold at Adak Island. I started watching it actually. It's fascinating.
What is it?
Antonio stays on a Dick Island.
Okay, so I have to tell you a story. We had where I work for my local government, and we have a volunteer fire station. And our chief at the time, his name was Howard. He was a very nice man from Chicago. So think this big boisterous personality. And we have a lot of street names that are either Russian or the native language of the people from this area, Alutiiq. And so we have a street name that when he was called to an emergency, he gets on the radio and asks for a response to Tugadick Court. It's Tugadick.
What is it?
Tugadick.
He said Tugadick.
Tugadick because it's Tudgik.
Is that where
That's Antonio's cousin.
That's where Antonio lives.
Is that where Takesha's from?
That's take shitta.
Take shitta.
He went back home.
Oh, he was only
So
limited.
yes, that reminded me of when Howard made the call on the radio that they had to respond to Tugadick Court.
Me and Antonio, we still work at a Dick Island.
No, I resigned from there.
Oh, well, I'll run the water. I'll run the water slides and stuff.
No, I went to Taco Island.
I'm sure you do.
I went to Taco Island.
I'll run that water slide, baby.
It's Adak Island?
Adak Island. A-D-A-K.
You just said it, Dick. You said it. Oh, God.
I talking about water slides and one that was from Brandy's, man.
That was a beautiful Claymore.
I know this whole NXT takeovers in general, you're not going to see a bad match. We've been talking over incredible matches.
That's what we do here.
So, that is what we do here. And we remind you to go back and watch these while we entertain you with our, can you believe that, stories?
A peek behind the curtain.
I gotta say, I hate Malachi Black right now. I really do.
Yes, because he put the ring on that finger, baby.
Yeah, he's smart too. My
What,
God.
Zelina?
Yes.
Yes.
A peek behind the curtain. We're recording tomorrow night, and it was my turn to pick 2 matches, and we're doing like we're picking a character or a wrestler, more or less than a theme or something, and I picked Tommaso Ciampa. And the two matches I picked was DIY versus the Revival. The first
Oh
one,
my God.
Great match.
when Revival won, but DIY got over. Even though they didn't win, they still got over. And the second match was Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa for the championship.
My God, Ciampa was.
Yeah, that's where he fucked up his right there. That's where he fucked up his arm.
That's where he fucked up, and I think that's why they went home.
Yep.
No, he fucked it up there because he held on too. He held on too long. That was the issue when he came down. He was supposed to let go of the rope, but he held on too long. Because you can see he's got it.
He is hurt.
Keep the camera on, Selena, please. Thank you.
See, Aleister Black was a badass right after this. And
He's always a badass. Right now, he's a badass dealing with a back injury,
Yeah.
but a badass nonetheless.
he was undefeated.
Yeah, they said he's got a back injury, but he's still expected to compete at Clash.
Yes, they're hoping, they're hopeful. There's not been like a definite determination made.
Yeah, this was a great match.
This was a great match.
Like with the right people, Andrade would have been pushed to the top.
Mm.
Unfortunately,
when he first started,
with Andrade is when they took his fucking name away.
Yeah,
he was losing when he first started.
Yeah,
guys, real quick, we're gonna push forward to these. I'm going to skip the entrances here. We're gonna go to 1 hour 49 minutes 6 seconds. 1 hour 49 6 seconds. This is a wonderful match that goes 36 minutes 37 seconds. So
1 hour 49.
149 and 06.
Okay.
What's the problem, Bam?
I can't find. I've got phones. I've got other shit. I don't have a remote.
Typical Alabama.
All right. 1 hour 49 minutes and 6 seconds. Let me know
It
when
won't
you're
take
there.
that long. It won't take me just a second.
Give me like 40 seconds. It'll be there.
That's also the title of Frank's sex tape.
Give me 40 seconds.
I'll
Baby.
get there. Just 1 second.
My record.
Baby,
my
you gotta have a night with me to understand that you'll get there before I do, so I can enjoy getting.
My record is 5 minutes.
You talking about
I
the drive there?
I have no frame of reference for this, so I'm just gonna.
The only reason why you got 5 minutes is because it took you that long to get there.
Are we at 1 hour and 49 minutes and 6 seconds yet?
Yes.
I'm there. I'm there.
4, 5.
I'm looking at Eric Young right now.
Exactly. So in 3, listen up, Adam, and listen up, Herpes. 3, 2,
No, I just fucked up. So y'all go ahead.
1, play.
Okay, I'm there.
So we've got Adam Cole, baby, Roddy Strong, and this
Eric
is before
Young.
Roddy joined the
This is before he joined the Undisputed Era, so he's teaming up with the Authors of Pain, who still have Paul Ellering in their corner.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, do you guys think that Roddy Strong is going to stay with NXT since Triple H is taking back over? Or do you think he's still going to...
Do you know who you guys know who's running NXT right now, right?
Shawn.
Is it still Bruce Pritchard?
No, it's Shawn Michaels.
Shawn.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I mean, honestly, guys, full disclosure, I don't really watch NXT 2.0 because I don't like it. I don't like the rebranding.
Yeah,
I watch the pay-per-views because those are actually pretty damn good. I don't know. I'm not digging the tie-dye and the setting. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like NXT anymore. But
I agree.
What is Roddy doing? Is he still the Diamond Mine stuff?
No, because everybody got released.
Honestly,
I thought it was the tag team champions were in the Diamond Mine, weren't they?
I think they're doing like some sort of angle with Roddy and what's their names, the Creed Bros or whatever.
It's Roddy and a newer guy versus the Creed brothers.
Yeah.
And the Craig brothers are legit.
Yeah, I actually like. They're one of the few I actually like. Like them, Carmella
That's that
Hayes.
beat your ass wrestling right there, buddy.
Them, Carmella Hayes, and Braun Breaker. I pretty much like in NXT.
Huge Carmelo Hayes fan. Huge Carmelo fan.
Well, actually, Cameron Grimes too. I love him.
I like Grimes. I don't understand why, for instance, what was his what was the maximum male models dude's name in NXT?
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
What the fuck are they doing? Like, what? I'm sorry. What is that? Like, believe me, I was excited to watch SmackDown. I was excited when Hit Row came out. It was a good show, but I saw that again, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I enjoy it. I think it's funny. I think they're doing it in a way that is making fun of or drawing light to the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
But he's a great wrestler. What the fuck are they doing?
And they're doing it with men instead of women, which is hilarious.
I mean, I think
You give me B-Fab every Friday night.
I think Triple H talked to LA Knight to go back. I think it's like one of the last angles that Vince was involved in.
Yeah, that's definitely a Vince angle. That is 100% a Vince McMahon.
And he was totally against it too.
Yeah. Like at one point, I think Vince removed.
Do you blame him?
Yeah.
That was never confirmed. That was just rumor, and he never missed a show with those guys, so I don't put any stock in that.
He's like top 5 best talker in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
What, LA Knight?
Yeah.
What was he in the other promotion?
Eli Drake.
Eli
Drake.
Or those of us who've known him from the SoCal independent scene for many, many years remember him as Sean Ricker, where he was managed by the one, the only, the legend, Percy Pringle III, also known as Paul Bearer.
He was so good in NWA too. God, he was good in NWA.
Hey, something new I learned today. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. See? That's why Brandy's, well, we love her. That's why she's here too.
Oh, yeah.
But
besides her beautiful booty.
I thought you were talking about her
She's got a beautiful brain and a beautiful booty and beautiful boobies.
Exactly.
Triple threat.
Wait, you said beautiful what? Boobies and booty?
Yes.
Boobies, brains, and booty.
Oh, yes, that triple threat, absolutely. And then in the old days, when I mean by that, I mean the end of, because I don't know if this is, tell me if I'm wrong when I say this, right? Because do they call Baron Corbin dumbass Corbin or bomb-ass Corbin?
Bomb-ass Corbin.
Bum-ass. Okay, because bomb-ass in the late 90s, early 2000s used to mean good.
Yeah.
So I used to tell the fuck buddy that I had that she had a bomb-ass punani. So I was going to say, Brandy, you got that bomb-ass punani, too.
It's funny that
I don't know what's politically correct anymore.
Bomb-ass is good.
I'm going to legitimately talk to my boss and be like, I think that the company should do a webinar on how to talk to people, because I mean, it legitimately, I don't know what's, like the other day I was talking to one of my employees and I used the term baby daddy. And I then was like, oh my God, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah,
still applicable because
it's funny you bring that up because I had a discussion about this.
But she's a black woman. Am I allowed to say that? Like I looked at her and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, thank God.
People still say baby daddy and baby mama because that's not just a strictly cultural thing. I mean, it's like a culturally American thing. I don't think they really use that. They might use it in the UK. I'm not sure.
Baby mama is more or less like she's just using the kid to get whatever she can.
Yeah.
I say mother my kids. I don't say baby mama.
That is preferable. Say the mother or the father.
Wait,
or even just parent. The idea behind respecting people's pronouns and being conscious of gender neutral terminology is that it just makes everybody much more comfortable, and it takes the gender out of the equation from whatever the role is. So instead of father, mother, baby daddy, baby mama, they're the parent.
In 16 years, I've never called Aaron baby mama because it just sounds like a half-ass mom.
I don't say that either. I don't know why I chose to say it that day, but because I don't ever say, Jen is my baby mama. I don't ever say that. I say that's the mother of my child. It's the mother of my daughter. And she's become a pretty good friend unless she drives me nuts. But real quick before why did, and I think you were going to ask a question, why did both members of the Undisputed Era come in?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how did they both come on at the same time?
Yeah, I don't understand
the
they
next
allowed
time
that.
Instead of doing it, because usually it's just 2 teams.
Yeah.
But this is a 3-team. So they start with just one individual person, and then after one from each team is in, then whoever comes in next is the team, the other 2.
Oh,
That's how they
that
put
it'll
it
be
down
the
to make
next 2 of the other team, and then the next 2 of the other team.
Oh,
okay, that makes sense because part of the issue that Vince always had with bringing in this match type is the original way that you run war games is that you have 2 teams or 3 teams and one person enters every 1 to 2 minutes. That takes a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see that. That makes sense that's how you shorten up a lot of the time that takes because the match can't end until everybody's in.
Yeah. I know I'm a young fan.
As Gary Michael Capetta used to say, the match beyond begins. Submission or surrender.
Yeah, I'm not
or I guess are they allowed to escape? Is escape counting?
No, escape is your team forfeits.
Okay. So it's still the same. Triple H is a Dusty disciple, meaning that he learned booking and a lot of his storytelling is mirrored off of Dusty Rhodes.
Learn the right way.
So this is
some of Dusty's stuff sucked, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. No booker is perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, the Dusty finish is also as famous as any of his match creations, and Battle Bowl was quite frankly horrible. They're having issues getting the main page open. It's okay, they're in now.
Yeah, I'm a fan of adding.
This is.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brandy.
It's okay. I'm like, this is cool that they kept a lot of the spirit, but just kind of changed a couple of the rules to keep it in the same spirit of Dusty's creation.
Yeah, I actually like the pinfall version of it. I'm not really a big fan of the submission or surrender.
I am because the original idea behind War Games was that you have this feud that's gone beyond every kind of match type that they've ever had, and the score is still not settled. Pinfalls, fights, cage matches, nothing is enough to satiate the blood feud behind a War Games match. So to me, that's why submission or surrender makes sense, because their hatred, their story has gotten to such a crescendo that a pinfall 3 seconds is not enough to be definitive. You need to make somebody submit or say, I give up.
Oh, okay.
Throw the escape shit out the window. I hate that.
That was a Vince Sr. Creation up north, because that was a way that you could protect the baby face or protect them by not having them take the pinfall loss, and still keep but yeah, a lot of people are that was very much a Vince Sr. decision.
I'm sorry, real quick. I'm just loving the fact that AOP was just chucking everybody over the fucking
right.
road. So go ahead.
They're legit badasses, man.
I love AOP, especially like Paul Ellering was with them.
Yes.
As soon as they did that main roster thing and they kicked out Paul Ellering,
yep,
they were doomed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you have the man that managed one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling behind you,
yeah,
and I'm referring to the Road Warriors. How could you let? I don't know. I don't get why.
Why do you take away the straw that stirs the drink?
Right,
Yeah,
like when Scarlett was
Contract was
in the
up.
first time. What'd you say?
Scarlett.
It wouldn't surprise me if Paul Ellering's contract was up, and it's just the reason he did.
I think
That
Vince
wouldn't surprise me, really.
I think Vince was like, he was in one of his moods. Like, yeah, we don't need Paul for them two.
So I had never seen, and I never went, and I never just, I was like, I never went back and watched it. But everyone always talked about the mask or the helmet that Carrion was given to wear.
Oh God!
And everyone talked so much shit about it that I just was like, I don't even want to see it.
No, don't. No.
And there was a picture of it on WrestleZone the other day, and I'm like, I am so glad that this didn't last long.
Yeah, even now, Karrion Kross, like he said, he responded to a tweet back then about the helmet. I forgot what he said, but he basically said, something about like, yeah, I don't need that shit.
Do you blame him?
No, I don't blame him.
Terrible, man. God, no, it was so bad.
Dressing up like Demolition and no Scarlett.
I have an idea. Let's send our NXT champion up and get beat by Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I hate to say it, but look where Jeff Hardy is now. I hate to say it.
Oh man, I understand if you're gonna put Jeff because he's veteran, whatever. 2 minutes? Come on now.
See, here's something I'm gonna say that's gonna be. This might be actually. Hold on a second. Let's bring this segment back.
If it had been our 15-minute match.
Here's my hot take for this particular conversation we're about to have is and Brandy, you and I have gone back and forth and talked many times about how people deserve second chances, but Jeff Hardy's had about 15 of them. So quite frankly, when it comes out that he was drunk, and I don't know if anyone ever saw the video of him getting pulled over, it's fucking disgusting. And quite frankly, I hope that the man never wrestles again. I am thankful for the moments that he did provide me. But you're done, bro. In my eyes, you're a fucking lush. You don't deserve a fucking another step back in that ring. And now you're just putting everybody in danger by being in that ring because you can't keep your shit together. I know people that have gotten off the smack, okay? And you know who you are. And I respect the fuck out of those people, right? Well, I mean, I'm not calling anybody out here.
No, that's all right.
All right. Well, I didn't know what people did or didn't know or wanted people to know, but two of those people are in this room. Getting over addiction is one of the hardest things you possibly can do, and I know two people in this room that have done it.
Yep, I'm one of them.
And let me tell you something. I had to have a surgical procedure to get mine in line. You guys just went through the normal fuckery that is. I mean, I have no sympathy for Jeff Hardy. Whatever he gets, whatever jail time he serves, if he's successful in rehab or not, I could give a fuck if I ever see him in the ring again. I could give a fuck if I ever see the Hardy Boys again. And the fact, I know Matt is his brother, but they were supposed to win the tag team championships. And he fucked that up because he's a fucking stupid motherfucking idiot. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, part of it, I hate to say it, but part of it is Matt Hardy's fault because he's the one that pretty much talked Jeff out of WWE and going to an environment where it's more.
Well, wasn't Jeff was released, was he not?
Jeff was released, or they came to an agreement where he was going to leave.
I mean,
they thought he was drunk that night. He left the ring and went to the crowd.
Like, to me, I think he was talked out of.
He probably was.
Yeah. working for WWE.
Yeah, but I can't blame Matt because Jeff's a grown man. I mean,
Exactly. I know there is I don't have siblings. I don't. So I'm coming from this from a different perspective, but at some point you are your brother's keeper. However, your brother is a grown ass man that's responsible for his own bullshit. And I know a lot of people come down on Matt unfairly. It's not Matt's job to watch his brother's every move and babysit him because the man has 18 fucking children just like Phil Jackson.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys at AEW
And
talking
he's
about
got
how
a
good
life.
he is over there.
And I know Reby Hardy called out a lot of people who said that it was Matt's fault. I'm sorry, Jeff is over the age of 40. It's his fucking fault.
Wait. Jeff's wife said it was his fault?
No, Matt's wife.
Matt's wife.
Rebby.
People responded to people who were saying that it was Matt's fault. And Reby said, no, he's a grown fucking man.
Yes, that's very true. I think what Matt wanted was a reunion with his brother, and I don't. What?
I mean, I don't know what.
What do you do? What do you do? But go ahead.
I don't care if he ever wrestles again, but for his kids and his family, he's got to get right.
No, that's what. Look, now that's what please don't anyone get twisted what I said.
But he needs his family. He needs. Whatever,
right. He doesn't need to be.
Past,
he does not need to be in the ring. He doesn't need to be in the ring.
No.
He needs to focus on his
mind.
Because he's going down the path that he's going to wind up like a Mr. Perfect or a Big Boss Man or a Rick Rude or a Miss Elizabeth, and I don't want. At this stage, we don't want to see that.
No, and we are thinking of Jeff the human and knowing that he needs to get right because he's got a wife, he's got 2 daughters. He's got a brother who has children that he's in their lives.
Hero Hardy needs to go get right.
Yeah, from my end, how I see it, because of my situation, whatever.
Antonio, the thing about you is you fucking acknowledged the fact that you had a problem and you did something about it. And you've come out and said, I fell off the wagon, or I have one here or there. What
are you okay? You failed? Are you okay, buddy?
What you do now and what you did before are 2 different things. It's the same thing with me. I don't always eat the most healthiest things in the world. I just physically can't eat as much as I used to anymore. That's really what it comes down to, and that's what I had the surgery for.
You eat my ass anytime you want to.
Oh my god.
Did you say eat my ass?
Yeah, for the sport.
No, I was saying from my point of view, with Jeff, for me, if I go, because honestly, I still live with my mom or whatever, and I'm glad to, because if you go on your own, you have no one to.
You have no support system.
Yeah, you have no one.
And here's the other thing.
Out of time is devil's playground, brother.
No, you have no one to say don't do this or don't do that. That's how I think Jeff is looking at it. You go over there, oh, I don't have all these people telling me or watch me how to go and whatnot.
Say what you want about WWE, but they got a very stringent drug policy now.
Yeah,
and you fuck up, you get called out. You get taken on. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are.
Unless it's not as much about alcohol. It definitely is about drugs. But not as much about alcohol because you can get pulled over and get popped for 3 Deweys like Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso, whichever one of them.
Yeah, see, I didn't
get rewarded with the fucking tag team titles.
Thank you.
So
Brandy, I completely agree with you. Yeah.
For alcohol, there's not that same program as there is for drugs. They have a very good drug policy, a very good drug program. The alcohol one, not so much.
Yeah, I don't understand how I just don't get it. But go ahead, please.
Yeah, for me, I'm glad I'm here because I have that what's the word for it? A shadow.
You have accountability.
Don't go overboard like before.
Yeah.
And, I have that thought in my head. So I know what I can do and what I can't do. That's what
Jeff. Don't ever lose sight of that, Bubba. Always stay on top of that.
Antonio, the other thing that too is like you had some over the last year, you had some pretty shitty things go down, especially with your stepdad, and it's in times like that when you're like at your lowest of lows, it's very easy. I mean, I've had those situations. That's why I still have double chins, because even though I can't eat as much, I most certainly can drink a milkshake if I wanted to.
And it always brings the boys to the yard.
See, and that's what I love about this show, guys, is that we can go from having the fun conversation we had with Henry earlier to serious things like this. And, Jeff Hardy as a person has just got to get his stuff together, man, because it's not
going to happen until he's ready. That's the worst thing, man. It's not going to change.
The worst part is it's not going to happen.
He has it in his mind. He wants to change.
Well, what was it for you, Adam? Do you remember the day? Did something happen where you were like, I'm going to die from this?
Well, that never crossed my mind, but there was one point because my pill addiction was pretty bad. And so back then they come in different colors, pink, blue, and I have young children back then. So my dumb asses leave some out one day. Here comes the kids. They see something pink or blue. If I wouldn't have been there, what could have happened? That was the final nail in the coffin.
No, okay. I ask
candy. I'm like, no, I'm not candy. No.
Let me, if I don't mind me asking you a personal question, and if you decide you don't want
they're not open, man. I don't give a damn.
All right. Well, I mean, did you have to go to detox and stuff? Like, what did you do?
No, I got on Suboxone.
You got okay, but and don't you go?
Suboxone kind of detours the detoxing and everything.
So you just stop and you take. So that's what I was curious about, because I've heard that the detox portion of it is hell.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Your
body goes through.
Ugh.
Did you deal with any of that?
No, thank God. See, because when you start taking painkillers, it starts out wanting them, and I'm totally honest with you. It's the best fucking feeling, but after a while, it starts turning from wanting it to needing it. And when you wake up every morning to take it to feel normal, that's the problem. You're not taking it to get to high. You're taking it to feel normal just so you can function. That's the problem. And when you don't have it, you're snotting, you're sweating, it's like hell on earth for 3 to 4 days.
Withdrawal. Yeah, and that's basically what detox is, forcing your body into withdrawal.
Your body's cramping. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do.
There was nights.
You're fighting the God. I want one. I gotta have it. Ugh.
Yeah, there was nights that I went to bed.
I wouldn't even wish that on Antonio, and I don't even like Antonio, and I wouldn't wish that on him.
No, there was times I went to bed when I didn't have no beer or alcohol. I'll be sweating the whole night.
It would be hours. It wouldn't be days. It'd be like hours.
Hours.
Yeah. It felt like I actually went to bed, but I didn't.
Like I'd have to wake up in the morning.
Some withdrawals will get that bad. There are some withdrawals where the addiction is so strong that you get the normal symptoms are the sweats, shaking, not being able to think very clearly, being unsteady on your feet. Yes, it can make you physically sick to throwing up and the other end, and can
I was
even
taking
make
15,
you
20 painkillers a day.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
the worst. Yeah,
just normal.
The worst fear I had because what Cass went through with his stuff. You remember, like he had a
Big Cass.
Big Cass.
He had a seizure.
He had a seizure.
He went into withdrawals and he collapsed at a wrestling show and had a seizure.
Like I'm afraid of that. Like if I ever take a long break from it, I'm afraid of that. But I think he might have been worse.
Yes, that is a incredibly severe withdrawal symptom to actually have the body go into convulsions.
Yeah.
See, I would have 3 painkillers on my nightstand. So when I woke up the next morning, I wouldn't even get out of bed. I'd take them before I even get up.
Adam,
And the hunt for them is so bad. You're like, I gotta find more. I gotta call somebody. I gotta find them.
Was it, if you don't mind me asking, Adam, was it Oxy?
Lord Tab 10s, pinks, blues, Roxy 30s, any of it.
What? So, like, you're talking like Vicodin, Percocet, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. They all did the same.
They're all opioids.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've been given opioids before, and I refuse to take them. I've had one opioid in my entire life, and it was after my stomach surgery. And when I didn't know what she was giving me, I just asked for something for the pain. And maybe 3 hours later, I felt pretty good. And, she goes, would you like another, I can order another Oxy for you tonight. And I snapped my head and I said, what did you give me? She goes, oxycodone. I said, no way. I don't want any part of it. No, yes. No. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Did you have an addiction? I'm like, no. She goes, well, what's the problem? I said, I don't want it in my system ever.
Yeah, oxycodone.
I've used it once in my life, and it was when I had my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
I only used it for like the first couple of days. It was Vicodin. And after that, I'm like, the pain was not bad enough that I can get by with the Motrin, ibuprofen, and Tylenol combination, just because I am the same way with drinking. I come from an addictive heritage, and there is a genetic component to addiction. Yep. Those who have a family history of addiction are therefore more likely to develop one. My grandfather, my biological grandfather, passed away at a very young age, at the age of 50, because of extreme alcohol addiction. So I'm very careful because I refuse to give up my control.
Because it controls your life. It does.
Yeah, my dad is
sitting at the post office parking lot for an hour waiting on a guy to drop off 10 to you. Do it all again the next day.
Yeah, my dad has that history that most likely I have now. But he does worse than me.
All I can think about is just sitting in the parking lot, my kids in the back, and saying, "Daddy, what we doing?" That's all I used to think about.
I think this is where Eric Wolf got cut pretty bad, right?
Eric Wolf.
Did I say Eric Wolf? Is that who?
Alexander Wolf.
Eric Young or Alexander
Wolf.
I'm sorry, Alexander Wolf. Yeah, I think he got cut pretty bad from from that table spot. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm sorry for putting this like.
No.
This is a good conversation to have. Unfortunately, everybody is going to have someone that they know and that they love and care for that is dealing with similar issues.
I'm completely open. Y'all can ask me anything. I don't care.
Well, so guys, I'll tell you this, and it's a silly addiction that I had, but from 1996 to 2010, I was addicted to nasal spray. And I don't know if you know, have you ever taken Afrin before?
I have not, but I've heard the stories about it.
Afrin, what it does when it hits there's these things in your nose called turbans, and that's what when you get a stuffy nose or something and you don't have anything in there, it's because these turbans swell up and they're trying to stop stuff from getting in your nose. So when you get congested or you have a bad cold, and I had a bad cold in 1996, and I took some Afrin, and it opened me right up. It was clear as shit, and I didn't stop using it until 2010. And what happened was, it got to a point where I had one in my coat pocket, I had one at my desk, I had a bunch at home, I had some in I had Afrin everywhere. And then in 2010, I got a sinus infection, and my nose pretty much was like, okay, I'm done with this. And like you guys, again, nothing compares to what y'all dealt with. I'm telling you that right now. But the withdrawal of nasal spray is, it's called rebound congestion, so that the turbans will swell back up to the point where they completely close and you cannot breathe through your nose at all. So when you get addicted to it, that happens, and you just keep using it to open them back up again. Keep using it to open back up again. And when I had the sinus infection, I couldn't take it. And then as the sinus infection cleared up, I tried to take it again, and it wouldn't work anymore. And my I couldn't breathe through my nose for 3 weeks, and I had to go see what is it called, an ENT?
ENT, ears, nose, and throat.
And he put a scope up there and said that it was like his exact words were, "Your sinuses are a wasteland right now." Wow. So again, that's part of I do have an addictive personality. Like I do. And I was 30 years old when I got off of it. And I've used it before. I've used it sporadically. Like when I had pneumonia, they told me to use it so that I could keep my airways. So I did.
Clear, open.
But I used it as directed, because what you're supposed to do with nasal sprays, you're supposed to literally hold it, spray. When you get addicted to it, you need more of it, kind of like you were talking about, Adam, with the oxy, with the alcohol. I would tip it back and squeeze it in, which you're not supposed to do. So anything, I mean, I have a friend right now that has a porn addiction. Porn addiction.
I'm not telling you nothing.
I'm talking about you, Antonio.
Damn thing.
Oh, all right. Real quick, going back to the match. The suplex off the fucking cage down on it.
That was insane.
I mean, they did such a good job in this match, guys. I can't. It is so good.
I hate to say it, but like what AEW does with the blood and guts fails in comparison to the War Games in WWE right now.
Isn't that what they're trying to do, right? Blood and guts, is that what? It's 2 rings. It's right. It's 2 rings.
Blood and guts has a roof though.
They're trying to like replicate what WCW and NWA used to do.
Also, when Impact did theirs, they did Lethal Lockdown, and that's the cage with the top on it.
Yep.
I honestly think that WWE didn't put a top on it so they could have high spots like that.
That's exactly what Triple H said. These guys have a different style nowadays, and they need the space. They need to be able to work up to it and off of the top of it.
Well, didn't if I remember correctly, didn't Brian Pillman almost get his neck broken by Sid?
Yes, by Sid.
Because he went to do the power bomb and hit him.
He went to do the power bomb and literally threw him into the fucking roof.
That and I think J.J. Dillon suffered an injury that ended his career during one of them.
There you go. Yeah, so people like purists think the top should be back on it, but when you look back at it, the top was a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the way they're doing it right now, it's perfect.
Yep.
Like I don't even mind that they don't have a top on it, because they need to be, and it's safer. Even if they wanted to do like a superplex spot just from the top turnbuckle, if you had a roof on that, you're not going to be able to do that because they're going to be hitting that top.
Like imagine Tommaso Ciampa hitting that air raid siren on Adam Cole with the cage on top of it.
Yeah, no way.
Like, mistake him.
Well, you couldn't do that. You couldn't even do that spot if there was a top on it.
I mean, if they
attempted even just the same spot that Brian tried to do with Sid. If you have someone who's taller, like some of these guys that are in NXT and WWE now are like over 6'5", 6'6". If you throw someone up to do a pop-up power bomb, you're gonna hurt them.
Yep.
So it's just better to have the roof open, just for safety and to open up so that they can use all of their real estate and go up and do things like that.
Well, Brandy, baby, I'd like to use your real estate. You know what I mean? You know.
Hey.
What?
When am I going to have a turn?
I got plenty of love to go around.
Have your turn after Brandy, Antonio.
The 31st of February.
What'd you say?
Wait, what?
The 31st of February?
Okay, I'll be there.
Oh, wow.
Antonio, there's only 30 days in February, dumbass.
No, 28.
And 29 in leap year.
Yeah. I feel bad for those that
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, I know.
I have a friend, my friend Sarah, that I've known for years and years from the website DeviantArt. her birthday is February 29th, and they just celebrated on the 28th.
My ex-wife's is 29th.
Is it? Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
And so they just celebrated on the 28th, right?
Oh, see, I'd go March 1st.
We was only married 1.5 years, 2 years, so I just celebrated once.
The crazy part is, at my job, like,
I don't like this shit.
go F yourself.
Sports ain't here, so I gotta do it to somebody.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, like, at my job, like, your birthday is like an automatic day off with pay. So
yeah, my work, it's a floating holiday, so you can use it 3 months before and 3 months after. So you can take it in any of that 3 months around your birthday.
Yeah, for me, it's like it's an automatic day off unless you want to work.
Ours is a floating holiday, but you don't have to use it on your birthday. You can use it in that 3 month window before and after your birthday.
I just wonder how it works. Like, if I don't know if anybody at my job is born on the 29th of February.
Then they would honor the 28th.
You should go around and ask everybody. Like, it's your job. You just take one day and ask everybody.
So you're telling me to call, like,
and you should write it down and you should, like, label it.
No, what you need to do is you need to put a note on the bulletin board at work and leave little comment slips, and people can write down exactly what they think.
No, just, Antonio, get your notebook, go around asking people, and then alphabetize it. Like, then you can, okay, well, they both start with an A. Oh, damn. Then you do it by the year.
I'm the resident.
Just take out all the time you need and get everybody's shit.
I'm the resident.
Get credit card numbers, whatever you got to do, man.
I'm the resident perv at my job, so.
And you're also the resident nosy.
And I wish we were fucking surprised, buddy.
Oh, my God.
All right, guys.
Back to the show.
Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era wins.
All I see is John Cena jumping like this because I hit the wrong button.
Are you fucking kidding me? You haven't been watching?
I haven't watched this match at all.
The only heel in the ring right now is the referee.
Yep.
Look, no shit. When you said 3, 2, I don't know what happened, but it went back to payback. And I see John Cena doing this on top of people.
On that note, guys, let's do a quick around the room on your thoughts on this match. The Undisputed Era, I keep wanting to say area. The Undisputed Era wins. And it was a great match. They did a really cool pan around of like the carnage afterwards. So let's start with Herpes Hank.
What's the dad's name, man? That ain't right.
Well, if you watch Who's Line, that's where it came from.
I do.
The show was great. The War Games, the way they did it, like the suplex spot right here. Holy crap!
You got the replay. Yeah, that's pretty.
That is nice.
And the big part is like when they use weapons, it makes sense, not just for show, like what AEW does. Like the other matches on the card were really good overall.
I didn't see any cardboard boxes either. Did you?
Nope. Mm-mm. I don't see Jericho falling like on a mattress. Overall, NXT was the best show at this time.
Boom.
Brandy?
We talked over a lot of it, and it was incredible. The 3 matches that we watched were top to bottom, well done, well put together. They didn't feel overstuffed with spots.
Top to bottom, not overstuffed. Because I do the stuffing.
Oh, my God. Oh, we all need to get laid. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. And that's what I just love about NXT takeovers is they're not overloaded with matches. Everybody gets time to get their shit in. Antonio's brother is trying to get his brother to come out of the closet. And it's just overall enjoyable. So do yourself a favor, go back, watch NXT takeovers.
If your brother comes in screen and he has a wife beater on too, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Come on.
It's like matching wife beaters.
Oh, he's scared. It's my
he's scared of us.
The younger one.
Do me a favor, Antonio. Do your fucking laundry.
These are all clean, by the
Yes,
way.
put them
Put the
away.
fuck away then. I'm always late. Thoughts? What?
That's
Your
my
underwear?
That's my
Yeah, he
underwear.
just reaches back there, but like, here's my shit. Look here.
Y'all want to look at my laundry? Hold on.
Yes,
Okay.
put it away.
My
We don't want to look at
14-year-old
your
room looks better
laundry.
than
Put it
yours.
away. Put it away. Put it away now.
I will after the show.
All right, Adam.
We're
Thoughts?
gonna record next week. That shit's gonna be sitting there. It's gonna split over. That way we can lay beside it.
Probably.
I needed something to cuddle with.
Exactly.
That's why I have 8,000 fucking pillows.
The matches I watched were good. I mean, you know.
Wow, I'm having this flashback of when you got yelled at when you were Adam from the U-Haul. When people are like, "Oh, you didn't watch the fucking matches," Brad Stanton.
That's what I've been watching and looking at for 30 minutes.
Oh my god! I don't know what is wrong with you. Holy Christ!
But I actually watched the match. Okay. I actually watched the match before we got on. So
okay,
and you know, because Undisputed Era wins both of their matches because they do it two other times.
2 years in a row.
But I know they won theirs. So, and I know Rawley joined Undisputed right after this. Crazy thing is though, the Undisputed Era, the whole original idea was to have them three. That the only exception they even considered was Roddy, and Roddy was perfect.
Yes.
In the Undisputed Era. And he fit in like they've been doing it for years. So anything Undisputed Era, I loved it. NXT was awesome back then. If you want to go back a year or two before that, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, probably one of the best matches you'll ever freaking watch.
That the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh God, man! Anytime Cesaro, Sami Zayn get in the ring together.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like any other NXT takeover. I freaking love them. Anybody that doesn't watch wrestling, you can say, "Hey, check this out," and then they'll like it. I guarantee it.
Looking at this show, I get a little sad thinking about where
I get a little chub going.
Okay. I get a little sad with the fact that the entire Undisputed Era that was in this last match we watched is gone. The entire Sanity is gone. AOP gone.
Yep.
Even the start of the next NXT's Takeover starting, and
Booty.
Ember's gone.
Nikki's the only one left from Sanity. He's the only one.
The turnover is tremendous within a five or 4 year span. But great show, great pick, Antonio. I've got nothing else to say. I think that we're going to keep trucking along. We love doing this, getting together and legitimately recording conversations we probably would have anyway on a Zoom. So we're watching some wrestling and just having a good time. And I'm very thankful for Henry for what he shared with us tonight. It took a lot of courage, to admit there was an issue and acknowledge it. So I'm just
apparently something's going on because Antonio's still here. So apparently he has some more cutting to do.
Okay, so I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful that I'm only 5 hours away from Bama now, and I've been to his house twice, and he's coming to New Orleans. I hope he comes sooner than just to hang out. But we do have a little trip.
Come you want me to, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
And you and I are going to be spending New Year's Eve together at the hockey game with Pondwater Dave.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that. I really am.
Pondwater can referee y'all's match together.
Oh, my goodness.
Illegal insertion.
What's it costing you? Why y'all naked?
We're going to have a little Top Guy weekend down here in October. We're all going to SmackDown at the Smoothie King Center, which I haven't gone to a Smoothie King yet. So I'll figure out what.
Smoothie King is awesome. You need to find one.
There's one right around the corner. I just never been there.
It's great.
Top Guy orgy.
Well, I mean, his kids are going to be here.
It's going to be New Year's Eve.
The orgies at Buc-ee's.
Oh God, Buc-ee's. Oh, somebody at work had like a water bottle, like a big water bottle, and they had a Buc-ee's sticker on it. I went right up to him and I'm like, you are awesome. That place is awesome. Like,
is that like a super center of gas station?
It's funny. We was on the road together, and I'm telling Frank, I'm like, dude, this place is awesome. Frank's like, yeah, sure it is. Yeah, bet it is, whatever. Because I'm hyping it up.
And the hype was
real.
real.
Like, this ain't shit. He walks in and
I'm like, oh, taking a picture with Bucky. It was great.
Even the bathrooms were nice.
I have a Bucky plush toy behind me. Like, Bucky's amazing. So, on that note, guys, we're going to drop this outro and be done. But there's more to come, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
14 WrestleManias.
A leg drop, an elbow smash, a body slam.
Are you ready to fight?
Who will survive?
Top guys.